Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, there's been a bit of a shake-up at Marvel. Victoria Alonso has been fired. Now, Victoria Alonso was, I think, the second in command at Marvel. I don't really remember hearing her name mentioned. She apparently was very active in promoting diversity and representation, which is great. She I think she was the one who actually told whichever Bob was in control at the time that he had to basically speak out about the Don't Say Gay bill. And that, of course, got Disney into a lot of trouble, and all the backlash and all the homophobes and the racists and the alt-right and all that are now rallying against Disney and trying to destroy them. To the point where DeSantis has basically taken away some of Disney's privileges that it had as far as its property and stuff, and it's just very complicated and petty and disturbing. So all the usual suspects are celebrating that she's gone, basically because, of course, they're against representation, they're against, gay people, they're against diversity, they're against anything. She was Latinx, of course they have a problem with that because, if you're not familiar with the term Latinx, basically it's the term for gay Latin people. So there's a lot of discrimination there where people say that's not a real term, that's a term white people made up, about us, which is basically homophobic Latin people not wanting gay Latin people to have representation or visibility or a voice or a name. So you get sort of people like, I wouldn't talk about like Mexican Iron Man or someone like that. I mean, not referring to them, of course, but diversity shields, people like that who, pretend like those people are the enemy when, they are actually the enemy because they're supporting the white supremacists because they seem to think that they'll be spared their wrath one day when they eventually make America white again, which is their goal. It's all a bit confusing, a bit strange. I've stumbled into a few people like this, and I don't understand. They're basically just celebrating this. They're celebrating this woman being removed because she actually stood up for gay rights. And it's just kind of disturbing because it looks like Disney is caving to the vocal... I don't know if they're actually the majority, but they are scaring everyone else out of Disney because they are so loud. They are making people think that Disney has a gay agenda or something, and it's really disturbing how much power these people have, and they are saying themselves, oh, we're winning, we're getting people fired, blah, blah, blah. Disney's losing money, so Disney is now scared because, money. So it's a bit scary because it looks like they are going to basically put the majority over quality and content. It's like, well, we don't want to upset the majority, the straight people, who are all scared of gay people. That's what homophobia is, not necessarily hate crimes, but fear of, ignorance of gay people. So we want them to buy our products, so we are going to remove the gay people, remove the diverse people, remove the people that support that and promote that and create that, and we're just going to go back to straight, white, heteronormative people because that doesn't threaten anyone, instead of just ignoring these racist idiots, these homophobic fools, letting them eventually realise the sky's not falling because there's a gay character in a Disney film, and, just waiting it out, basically. And there was going to be a period of waiting it out because when you introduce new things and make progress and move forward, you're always going to get people who stay behind and resist it. And you just have to wait them out till they give up or grow old and die out, basically, and new people come along. But Disney didn't have the balls for that, unfortunately. They're scared now because they lost a bit of money, which probably had something to do with it. I mean, they had a major scare campaign and a homophobic campaign going against them, basically calling them groomers for supporting gay rights and trans rights and so forth, and the rights of gay children to, be educated, not be discriminated against, not be legislated against and outlawed, basically. So yeah, it's disturbing. Even though I didn't know much about her, from what I've heard, she was doing a lot of good, and she looks like an example of them cleaning house, so to speak, where they're basically going back to how they were before, which is, I don't know, Disney wasn't really bad, but there weren't really any gay characters or anything, so to speak of. And they started introducing them, and then people started to rebel and basically say, oh, the movies are bad now, and basically trying to scare people out of going to to the cinemas, scaring the audience, alienated the audience, and then Disney lost a little bit of money over it because people didn't take their kids to a couple of films that they told had a gay agenda, had some sort of scary, subversive element to it or something. It's sad. It's sad that Disney is caving in. It's sad that Disney has fired this woman who seemed to do nothing but good, and they blame it all on quality, and she basically ruined the MCU and everything, and blah blah blah, which is not true. She just tried to introduce diversity, and they were scared of that, and they are offended by that, so they have to try and destroy that. And she was collateral damage.